Without any further delays, let's get them in. And please welcome the youngest members of the bridal party, the beautiful flower girl Ella and page boy Luca. Look fantastic, guys. Now let's welcome the parents of the bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Angelo and Rita Bellantoni, along with Cosimo and Connie Bagetta.
Never felt like this. Prayers have been answered.
And of course, young Corey, the second page boy. Welcome, guys. Let's get into the bridal party with groomsman Dan and bridesmaid Ashley. So groomsman John and bridesmaid Ashley. Thank you, John and Ashley. Up next we have groomsman Louis and bridesmaid Jacqueline. Okay, and now we have groomsman Dane along with bridesmaid Lisa.
Anticipating what you're gonna do with my love. In your arms you will hold me down with your love. Your sweet, sweet love.
Let's keep it going for groomsman Nick and bridesmaid Anita. And round of the bridal party, the best man, Paul, with the maid of honor, Natalie. Make some noise for the bride and groom, the brand new Mr. and Mrs. Teresa Bagetta. On the count of three, cut into that beautiful cake, and family friends, please can ask you to make some noise for them. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, Frank, Teresa, would you like to make your way to your bridal table? The pleasure of DJing a lot of the Bellantoni family weddings over the years, and there's a few things I can guarantee you'll see on the dance floor tonight. There'll be lots of dancing. There's usually a dance-off between David and Nick. Now, Nick normally loses, but David's carrying a knee injury tonight, so I think we're in for an upset. There's the Wanderers and the Runaround Sue, which will literally be the only song that most of the Bellantoni men get on the dance floor for. But rest assured, Frank did make sure that I was equipped with John Denver, Cotton Eye Joe, Nutbush, and the entire Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack for his side, so we're sorted. And I'd like to call upon Frank's auntie, Ornella, to say grace. Please give Ornella a nice round of applause.
Dear Lord, we gather here tonight in a spirit of celebration and gratitude. Thank you for the blessing of bringing Teresa and Frank together in marriage today. We ask you to bless their marriage, their family, and their relationship. Help them stay strong in any adversity and to treasure and protect the joy of marriage. May we, as their family and friends, commit to uphold and encourage them to the best of our ability. Please bless this food we're about to receive, and let this reception be an honour to you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Now, first up, I'm going to call upon a man you'll find driving from BP to BP in his Hilux nicknamed Seabird. Let's hear it for him, the father of the bride, Mr. Angelo Bellantoni.
Good evening and welcome to the wedding celebration of Teresa and Frank. For those that don't know me, I'm Angelo, the father of the bride. A nice Calabrese name. Right? I would like to thank Sandalwood Winery here in the Swan Valley for organising tonight's celebration. Everything looks fantastic and we really appreciate your efforts this evening. Thank you. Next, I would like to thank all family and friends for attending tonight's and guests who have flown in from interstate. Thank you. My wife, Rita's my wife, isn't it? Yeah, I hope so, yeah. My wife, Rita, and I would like to thank our beautiful daughter, Teresa. Sorry, I'm a bit that way, but that's it. Teresa, for organising this special day. It's a beautiful day. Teresa has always been loving, caring, and a very honest person, and has grown up to become a fine young lady. Teresa, your life is about to change. When you move to Australian, your hotel lifestyle and privileges are all done and dusted. Right? I keep telling her that she lives in a 5-star hotel. Right? Okay. And now you'll need to look not only after yourself, but your husband as well. Mum and I wish nothing but the best for you, for your future as Mrs. Bajetta. And remember that we are only a phone call away. We will be doing regular fortnightly visits to your home. So make sure there is a regular supply of Glen 20 for your mother and a nice soft cushioned couch for your father. There's the joke about the Glen 20 because Rita doesn't go nowhere without her Glen 20. Okay. All jokes aside, Mum and I are both very proud of your achievements and we are honoured to be your parents. We love you a lot. Thank you. Now I'd like to welcome Frank to the family as the 97th member of our family. Right? So there's a lot of respect there, Frank, that you've got to give, right? Because you're number 97 now, right? Of the Bellantoni family and the 36th member of the Irena family, which is Rita's side. Okay? They didn't produce like us. Frank, Rita and I have known you for a good couple of years and we enjoy your company. You're a fine, respectable and a pleasant young man, and most importantly, you make our daughter Teresa very happy. So just keep doing what you're doing. So non devi me conti. All right? For those that didn't understand, bad luck. To Frank's parents, Connie and Cos, we would like to thank you both for raising up a fine young gentleman, and he's a credit to you both. From the first time we met you, we were very happy as we knew that we have the same family values. Rita and I would like to propose a toast to you both now. Thanks. To Connie and Cos. Cheers. Not much more. Last but not least, I would like to offer a few words of advice to the newlyweds. Communication, honesty is a key to a successful marriage and lots of grandchildren. Right? Teresa, your mum's been hanging out big time. Yeah? So let's make tonight a night to remember for Teresa and Frank. So, mangiate, beviti e ballate. All right? So eat, drink and dance. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done there, Angelo. Come on, let's hear it for Angelo. Our next man I'd like to call upon, I only had the pleasure of meeting this evening, but I'm very much looking forward to inviting him up here and hearing what he has to say. It is the father of the groom, so let's give a big round of applause to Cosimo Bagetta.
I didn't choose that, by the way. I don't know who did, but somebody did. There is a few similarities between our speeches, and I apologise for that, but we never really planned it this way, but that's how it's worked. But look, I'd like to start. And yeah, as you know, my name's Cosy, and I'm Frank's father. Big resemblance there, of course, you would have noticed by now. Not really? Okay, carry on. Yeah, on behalf of my wife, Connie, which she's going to walk up right now. Hey, Connie. Please, Connie. This is just in case I make mistakes, you know, she's going to kick me under the... Okay. Look, thanks. On behalf of Connie and myself, I would like to thank everyone for being here and celebrating Teresa and Frank's wedding. Family and friends are two important things in everyone's lives, and we are truly grateful that you're all able to be here for this memorable day, especially those who have travelled from afar to be here. Unfortunately, there are family members that are now no longer with us, and I'm sure they would be looking down at Teresa and Frank with pride, especially my father, who Frank was carried on the family name. Yeah, he was extremely proud of Frank, and I'd like to propose a toast, but my wife's going to go get my glass. Well done, that's the first mistake. Look, I'd like to propose a toast to absent family and friends. Yes. All right. Now, also, I'd like to acknowledge the grandparents that are here. Frank and Teresa's grandparents, little Molo over there, and Mrs. Urino right there. Hello. Okay. And yeah, Mum, I'll mention Mum, I think. Yeah, Mum's over there, she's hiding from us. All right. Angela and Rita, we have only known you a short time, but we feel we've known you all our lives, just about. It's a credit to you both, the way you have brought up a wonderful and respectful daughter in Teresa, who has made our son Frank a very happy man. Teresa, actually, before we go, I'd like to propose a toast to Rita and Angela. Cheers. All right. Teresa, you're an exceptional young lady, and we're very proud to have you in our family. With this opportunity, I'd like to officially welcome you, and we also like to thank you and acknowledge you for all the work you've done in preparation for this evening. Teresa, I'm not sure if you remember our first trip to Harvey. Very first trip. Yeah, it was pretty exciting for us meeting you for the first time. Unfortunately, it wasn't the best experience for me, because as I was reversing out with my car, I counted all the cars but didn't count yours. So I did a bit of damage. I think I apologised a few times. I'd like to apologise again for that. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed you don't park there anymore. Yeah. It's good. Right. Yeah, Frank. Frank, your mother and us, and me, proud of you as parents. You've achieved so much in so far in life. Your goals and your achievements so far, frankly, you've made our jobs as parents easy. You're affectionate, have strong family values, loyal to your family and friends. You have a great sense of humour and have come a long way since finishing school, working, and then 18 months later you started your own business. Well done, and I hope it continues to grow strong. It couldn't make us any prouder. All right. Still on Frank. Not long ago, he had young Corey over at his house and little grandson, and they had a bit of a disagreement. And when they got home, Marie, my daughter, found out, and she told Frank, told Corey, you got to listen to Uncle Frank because he's an adult and you got to listen. And he said, no, he's not an adult. I said, yes, he is. He's an adult. He said, no, he isn't. He still lives with his mum. You love that? Yeah. Corey, I got news for you, mate. He's just left the house. He don't live with us anymore. Yeah. Frank and Teresa, good luck on your journey together, and remember, we will always be there for you and couldn't be happier for both of you. Just some small advice. Enjoy the good times, put up with the bad times, always compromise, be patient, understanding, communicate, laugh, keep loving each other. It's a great recipe for a happy and successful marriage. Right? Good luck. Thank you. Thanks.
Well said there, Cosy. Come on, a big round of applause for Cosy there on a great speech. Now, our next speaker is quite a suave individual. You'll normally see him mixing it up at some, cool, funky bar in some sockless, outfit. But tonight, he is one of the groomsmen. So, Mr. Louis Bellantoni, come on up here.
Thanks, Steve. Before I introduce myself to you all, I'd like to acknowledge the fact that tonight is a huge milestone in both Teresa and Frank's life, and I'd like to propose a toast to the married couple. So if you could raise your glass with me, please. To Teresa and Frank. Cheers. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Louis and I'm Teresa's brother, or as most would say, the better sibling. I'm younger, have more Instagram followers, Facebook friends, the list goes on. Teresa would say this is because I have a fat head, but I would disagree and say it's just common sense. But tonight isn't about me, so let's just focus on my sister and her wedding to her country sweetheart. Teresa, first I'd like to say the fact that you look absolutely stunning tonight. You truly look like a princess, and I'm sure everyone in this room would agree. Your effort to make this wedding perfect definitely shows tonight, and you should be very proud. Now, I just want to paint a picture for you all. Teresa and myself have a very close bond. We had each other growing up, and we had our fair share of ups and downs, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I couldn't do life without you, and I truly do cherish our upbringing. But don't be fooled. Teresa isn't all rainbows and butterflies. She had her fair moments growing up. One sticks out in my mind quite vividly. I was just a young kid with a lot on my plate, not just cutlets and pasta, Mum, but life in general. When Teresa and I would argue, she would make me cry by telling me that I was adopted and that Mum found me at the back of the shop one day in a skip bin, felt sorry for me and just decided to take me home. This really cut me deep. However, my hairy legs and brick feet would suggest that I am a Bellantoni, and Teresa, I actually am your biological brother, so you've got me for the rest of your life. Now on to more serious things. To my beautiful sister, you look so happy and confident, and that's all that I could ever ask for. Your heart is full of love again, and I'm so proud to call you my sister. Frank is truly one lucky guy. You've always been so protective of me, and now I'm so glad you have found someone that can protect you in the future, as you are a loving, caring person and someone who has so much to offer. I truly cannot wait until our own children grow up one day, yes, Mum, it will happen, and can share the same bond that we had. And now I have a great reason to drive down south, sleepovers and wine tours in Australand. Jack will be happy with that. Frank, firstly, thank you for making my sister happy, and seeing her smile because you are now a part of her life is truly a reflection of you as a person. You are a true gentleman and someone who likes to eat my mum's homemade nougat. So I'm glad for one thing that you'll be down south probably more often now, so you'll get no leftovers. Our family is big in numbers and can be intimidating at times, so the fact you have fit in so well is a true credit to you. I'm looking forward to sharing many more memories with you in the future, and now I can officially call you my brother from another mother. Just make sure that tonight you and Teresa both soak up what you see in front of you and enjoy every second, because it truly is a highlight of your life and it will go so quickly. On that note, I look forward to seeing everyone on the dance floor with their best moves, and let's make this a night to remember for Teresa and Frank. Thanks.
Well done, Louis. Well done, mate. Okay, so that does conclude the speeches for this moment in time. I do have one thing that I've been asked to read out here from... it's a message from someone that couldn't make it here. It's from the one they call Girolamo. So, dear Teresa and Frank, unfortunately I wasn't able to make it tonight, but I do have a few words to say to you both on this special day. Congratulations to both of you on your special day. I hope it has been everything you have ever wanted and dreamed of, with lots of love and happiness. Teresa, you deserve nothing but the world, and I'm so happy you have finally found your Prince Charming. I'll be looking forward to making many trips down south to visit both you and Anita. May you both live happily ever after and have a long future ahead of you. All the best. Love, Jerry. Who unfortunately couldn't be here but really wanted to. And look, he mentioned that he'll take trips down south to visit you and Anita, but Mark, I'm sure he means you as well. Okay, Mark? He didn't write you here, but I'm pretty confident he meant you too. Okay, that's all for this point in time, guys. Enjoy your main course, and we'll be back with you a couple of speeches after main course and some dancing. Thank you. To kick things off, round two, we're going to hear from the best man. Give Paul a nice big round of applause.
Too sexy, it hurts. And I am too sexy for Milan. Too sexy for Milan.
Right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this beautiful occasion. Hope you're all enjoying yourselves so far. Good. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Paul. I'm Frank's cousin, and also lucky enough to be his best man. Thanks, Frank. Make me have to do this speech. Okay. I don't want to be up here for too long, so I don't want to make this the quickest 3-hour speech that you'll ever hear. First of all, I'd just like to say that, Teresa, like your brother said, you look amazing tonight. And in fact, you look that good that you even make Frank look a little bit more handsome than he actually is. A big thanks to all the bridesmaids for helping Teresa out on a special day. I'm sure everyone can agree that they all look fantastic today as well. So let's raise a glass to the bridesmaids. All right. And while we're at it, let's toast the grooms for making sure Frank had his Cocoa Pops on time this morning. Hey, Frank. All right. So, Frank, I believe, and I'd say everybody else here would agree, that you're a very lucky man today. Because we all know that Teresa deserves someone who's smart and caring, funny, good looking. So thank God she agreed to marry you before she was able to find that man. Now Frank and I have been cousins since he was born, really. And to watch him grow through the years up until this day has been interesting and at times challenging, but mostly funny. From running around Nonna's kitchen table, screaming as a child, to his teenage years, where the business at the front, party at the back, mullet was worn by him, and to now. There are plenty of instances in that space of time that I could talk about that will definitely embarrass Frank. But not to spoil his wedding day, I've chosen to leave them for another time. Instead, I'll tell you a few little things about Frank. Frank, as most people know, likes to socialise and likes being the centre of attention. In fact, he likes it so much that whenever we were out and I'll be talking to someone for more than 5 minutes, he'd always feel the need to come up and ask them, "Have you met my cousin Paul?" Obviously, what he was really doing is introducing himself. He's been a photo bomber from as far back as I can remember, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of people here that would agree with me. And if you don't know what I mean, just imagine you're having a photo taken, and when flicking back through them, there'll be a random head in the background making a funny gesture, and that'll be Frank. Another interesting trait of Frank's is that when you call him on the phone and he doesn't answer, you can guarantee he'll call you back straight away, within that month. Without mentioning your names, it's a trait he may have adopted from cousin Carlo. Oh, sorry, Carlo. Although I must say he's been getting a bit better with that lately, Frank, haven't you? Frank and I have always been pretty close as cousins, despite the age difference. When Frank was in primary school, he asked me if I could be his compadre for his confirmation, and it was also an honour. After that, I tried to guide him as best I could through life, but some people just can't help. On a serious note, Frank should be proud of achieving the goal of buying your own home, starting your own business as a glazier, and which you have done some great work for us recently. But most of all, you should be proud of where you are sitting today, as it's clear that the love you and Teresa have for each other. So a little while back, Frank calls me and says, "Paul, what are you doing? I've got to talk to you. When are you free?" And so then came a discussion about this lovely lady who's sitting beside him, and the rest is history. Teresa, ever since Frank introduced you to us, I knew that you were the right woman for him. He had spoken about you a few times before we met, and by what he was telling me, I thought, yep, she sounds like a keeper. You're a caring and respectful person with good family values. You have a good group of friends, and you have the ability to hold everyone together. But most of all, you made Frank a happier man since you've come into his life. It's been a pleasure meeting your lovely family, starting from your mum and dad, Rita and Angelo, your sister-in-law, Jackie, and your 100-mile-an-hour brother, Louis, with whom I had the opportunity to share a few laughs with recently, and who has the amazing ability to speak 280 words to my one in a conversation. As for Frank's family, Auntie Connie, Uncle Cozzy, you've been a big part of my life since I was born, and to say the least, you've done a good job raising Frank to be the man he is today. He's well liked by his friends and family, and he's incredibly loyal to them. And I know by all the years I've been around, he's always conscious of doing the right thing by you. He loves and respects his sisters, Rosa and Marie, his brother-in-laws, Daniel and Kane, and his niece and nephews, Ella, Corey and Luca, who adore their Uncle Frank. So on behalf of the bridal party, I'd like to thank everyone for being here tonight. I hope you enjoy the rest of the night, and thank you for helping to celebrate this very special occasion for Frank and Teresa. And I'd like you all to raise your glasses and toast these newlyweds to having a long and happy life together. To the newlyweds. Thank you.
Well done there, Paul. That really was a great speech, mate. Very, very well done. Big round of applause for the best man in there. All right. Now, we're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. We are almost there. Now, this gentleman I know has been working really hard on his groom speech. I've been well informed that he was up until 2 a.m. last night writing his speech with a crown and a notepad just to make sure that every word was, was on point. And I don't know if anyone knows this. There's this sparkle coming from the bridal table. At first, I thought it was Teresa's ring, but upon closer look, it's actually Frank's perfectly manicured hands there. He went all out for this occasion just to make it extra special. So Frank, my hat off to you, mate. Let's get the groom up here. He's yet to find a pair of pants that can handle his party antics. The groom, Mr. Frank Bajetta.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fire, I got me old fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny but a riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Yeah. Okay, I've worked long and hard over the past 8 months on this speech, including last night and this morning. Yeah, this morning. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I'll start that again. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're about to witness a unique event in history. This is the first and most likely the very last time that my wife is going to let me speak on behalf of both of us. Pause for laughter. However, it is a privilege and honour to do so. I just hope that I won't let Teresa down too soon into a married life. My speech today will be like a miniskirt, long enough to cover the essentials, but short enough to hold your attention. We're happy to see so many of our family and friends here today to help us celebrate the happiest day of our lives. I know that some of you have travelled a long way to be here, and that means a lot to us. It really wouldn't be the same without you all. Firstly, my parents. To Mum, the master chef. Although I haven't always shown it, I appreciate everything you do for me. From waking me up if my alarm doesn't, even though I still make it to work on time. Hey, Gav. To making my breakfast. Cheers for the Cocoa Pops back in the day. And on Wednesday. And yesterday. Well, no, this morning. Making me lunch and smoko, dinner and everything in between. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I am independent. To Dad. He taught me how to be a gentleman, how to work, how to build a shed, how to build scaffolding out of oil drums. Even though all my ideas in the workshop or in the paddocks aren't the best, I still have to let you have a few good ideas. You have taught me how to improvise on the spot with your occasional bush mechanic style, and I couldn't be happier to live on a farm. With the dogs, Tiger, she was 16, and Belle, 9, floating around. It was a splendid childhood, early adulthood. There are plenty more examples I could spend hours talking about, but I've been told I've only have a few minutes. I'm glad I have you both to look up to as a father and mother, and I couldn't be prouder to be your son. Sorry, handsome son. Both Mum and Dad, I couldn't have been the person I am today without your guidance and sometimes the occasional straffy. I still remember Mum mourning over a favourite wooden spoon when it splintered after colliding with my gulu. She didn't care about me at all. You should be proud of yourselves by having patience with me with my lack of concentration at school and not so good parent and teacher interviews. After being very accident prone in my younger years, I'm surprised you let me start my apprenticeship working with glass out of all things. That showed you both had faith in me in choosing my career. Is that you, Juliet? I'll always remember what you've done for me. You've taught me to be smart in working and saving. In turn, I was able to travel to Europe, buy a house, which turns out to be mine and Teresa's new family home in Australand. I'll always cherish our atrium trips in Mandurah, our Dunsborough trips, and that Albany trip where we saw a bin lid rolling across the road and got to climb Mount Everest. I love you both, and I'm sure I'll grab a few frozen plated cutlets or something in the near future. It's not Mount Everest, by the way. It's Bluff Knoll, I think. I thought it was Everest. Rosa and Marie, it's been a long time coming, but the time has come to stop using up all the inheritance. Sorry about that. I had to make the most of it while I could. You both come a long way from green, and I think red silk turtleneck jumpers, getting chased by emus, and getting kicked out of an outhouse by a kangaroo, and leaving home at 17 to study in Perth to becoming the bosses in your own fields. I always miss being the spoiled one at home, playing in the cubby house and naming all of the calves that walked through the iron gates of Palmer Street. I fondly remember Larry, Mo and Curly, as well as Crunchy, named after we saw something that had dropped. Looked an awful lot like a crunchy ice cream. I also miss the car trips to Perth, being squashed in the middle, listening to Carnival. Thanks to Kano for introducing me to them. You'll always be my sisters, and I'll always be the golden child. After all, I do have the only matching golden photo frame to Nunu and Nuna Badgie's wedding day. Speaking of whom, we're married. I'm pretty sure they were married on the 26th of April in 1952. Yesterday, it would have been yesterday. So I nearly made myself a super golden child. Just bear with me. I could always talk to you about anything. Actually, Marie's a dobber, but Rosa was still good, pretty good. Mum would always find out somehow if I told Marie. Thank you to my brothers-in-law, Kane and Daniel, for being the brothers I've always wanted. Thanks for always being there, even if I need help with anything. Thanks. Shout out to my Nuna Rosa for making it all the way from the Big Smoke Harvey. Nuna Maria, the dressmaker, for altering my suit, and Biscotti. And Nuna Giovanni for being the boss and teaching me to be careful when swinging on the clothesline and potentially snapping it from the bottom by taking screamers with John. Late Nuna Frank, the Frank Jetta, my namesake. I hope I'm doing his name proud. I promise we'll get onto his famous orange Strana one day soon. To Ella, Corey, and Luca. Over the few years you've been around, you have taught me what it means to be a great uncle, even if it means saying no to a Kinder Surprise every now and then, and maybe discreetly eating them myself. Tough but fair. Teresa, watching them look up to you in admiration, especially Ella, warms my heart and makes me excited to start a family with you. Can you come up, please, for this last bit? Won't be long. While she's making her way up. Paul Pablos. There's not much I can say about my best man without mocking, so I'll keep it short. For those of you who are unaware, Paul's mother and my mother are both mothers. Paul was my sponsor, my compadre at a confirmation. I couldn't have picked a wiser compadre for that day, and any other days in between, or like from then. I've nearly had half my life's knowledge from Paul. I actually don't know if that's even a good thing. Nah, he's always been there when I need someone to talk to, and he's always been there to help me when I'm stuck. Good to have you by my side, Kodja. So the rest of the boys, Nick, Dane, Louis and John, thanks for all your efforts for the past few months. I appreciate every bit. Your friendship means a lot to me, and I'm looking forward to many years of it. On to my newly appointed in-laws, Angelo, Rita, Louis and Jackie. Thank you for officially accepting me into your family today. You have made me feel welcome from day 2. Day 1 was a bit intimidating for me, but just quietly. It wasn't a bad effort on my behalf, since Nuna Irene loved me from the night I met her. Angelo and Rita, sorry for taking your daughter far away to live among my cows. But at least you won't have any accommodation down south anymore. I already feel more of a perfectionist after today. I'm looking forward to you. I'm looking forward to you proudly calling me your son-in-law. Lastly, to my stunning wife, Teresa, which is this one. Hi. I've got to get used to saying that. Thank you for agreeing to marry me that lovely day in June last year and making me the happiest man in the world. I think you all agree that she looks absolutely gorgeous today, and when she walked up the aisle, she took my breath away. Paul knows. There is a saying that states you don't marry someone you can live with, you marry someone who you can't live without. You marry the person you can't live without, sorry. And I think that sums us up perfectly. Teresa, I intend to spend the rest of my life making you happier than you ever thought possible. We met on the 5th of November 2016. We saw each other, we locked eyes, sparks flew. I said to her, hey baby, me and you, what do you reckon? That didn't happen. We spoke, we laughed, we danced, or at least I did, in the middle of the main street in Bunbury, doing ballerina leaps and pirouettes. But I made Teresa laugh, so I kept doing it for a while until my legs got sore. I'm still doing them now to cheer her up, but I'm always pulling muscle every now and then. Anyway, then we parted ways. Soon after, I got a message from Teresa on the 28th of November asking about the name of the drink we had at the bar in Bunno. Classic pickup line, mate. So Teresa, Nat, help her concoct that one. Thanks, Nat. And cheers to Ash. You know why. Team Frank, thank you. Then we went on a few dates, casino and movies, not necessarily in that order. And and Bob's your uncle. And thanks for today, Teresa. You are due a lot of credit for spending the last 10 and a bit months organising our wedding and making sure every moment of today was as special as we hoped it will be. And baby cakes, you should be proud of what our special day has turned out to be. You've done very well, and yeah, I've done not a bad job as well. Teresa, I can't wait to FaceTime you in real life, and not over the phone, which cuts out all the time, which is nice. And yeah, I love you so much and can't wait to grow old with you. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and raise your glasses to my wife, Teresa. To Teresa. Nearly forgot. Yeah, to our family and friends, on behalf of Teresa and I, thank you for all being here. Sorry. Thank you for all being here and celebrating with us. You are here because you have a special spot in our lives, and we appreciate all the love from you all. All right, thanks for Sanderford, putting on a good show. That's terrific. I'm pretty sure everyone here agrees. Thanks again for staying awake for my speech, and enjoy the night. Thank you.
Oh, Frank! Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Frank. Well said, mate. Said like only you could. Please put your hands together for the brand new Mr. and Mrs. Bajette on their first dance as husband and wife.
Beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to fall? But watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow. One step
Teresa, congratulations once again. And on that note, I'd like to invite the bridal party to join the dance floor, please. The bridal party, please join Frank and Teresa on the dance floor.
Brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 One step closer. One step closer. I've died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. And all along I believed I would find you. Time has brought your heart to me. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more.
And here we go, the father-daughter dance. Let's hear it for Angelo and his daughter, the bride Teresa.
Rose rosse per te ho comprato stasera e il tuo cuore lo sa cosa voglio da te. D'amore non si muore e non mi so spiegare perché muoio per te. Da quando ti ho lasciato sarà perché ho sbagliato, ma io vivo di te. E ormai non c'è più strada che non mi porti indietro, amore, sai perché? Nel cuore del mio cuore non ho altro che te. Forse in amore le rose non si usano più, ma questi fiori sapranno parlarti di me. Rose rosse per te ho comprato stasera e il tuo cuore lo sa cosa voglio da te. D'amore non si muore, ma chi si sente solo non sa vivere più con l'ultima speranza.
Okay, and now Frank has got his jacket on. Frank, would you like to take your mother up to the dance floor? Hey, it's hard for some people, you know.
È sempre la più lunga, amore, sai perché? Nel cuore del mio cuore non ho altro che te. Forse in amore le rose non si usano più, ma questi fiori sapranno parlarti di me.
All right, there's the father-daughter dance, joined in there by Frank and his beautiful...